Dubs Nation, stop everything you're doing because what I'm about to tell you over the next few minutes could completely change the course of the Golden State Warriors in the NBA over the coming weeks. While everyone's snoozing through the offseason, two franchises are quietly making moves behind the scenes that could blow up at any moment. And guess what? One of those teams is the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, the same team everyone counted out after their explosive offseason exits. But here's the twist. They might be about to pull off the biggest power move you've ever seen. Let's start with the basics. Remember the chaos that was the Suns offseason? Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal both finding new homes, the team basically hitting the reset button. Everyone thought that's it for Phoenix. But here's where it gets interesting. That reset that looked like desperation, it was actually pure strategy. And why is that? Because by offloading Beal's massive contract, yes, they had to buy him out, and yeah, it hurt, the Suns gained something way more valuable: total financial flexibility. And in the NBA, financial flexibility is like holding a wild card in poker. You can play it at the perfect moment and flip the game entirely. Now pay attention, because this is where things get crazy. There's a young, talented player, just 22 years old, who's in a pretty peculiar situation with his current team. This guy has star potential, but his current team, well, let's just say things aren't going great. And guess who's keeping a close eye on the situation? That's right, the Phoenix Suns. But here comes the plot twist no one saw coming. That mystery player? Jonathan Kuminga from the Golden State Warriors. And guys, his situation is more complicated than you might think. The Warriors want to move on from him. That's a fact. They're asking for a first-round pick, a promising young player, and no bad contracts in return. Sounds like a lot? That's because it is. But here's the info that could flip everything. According to Jake Fisher, one of the NBA's most trusted insiders, Kuminga is very likely to return to Golden State. Yeah, you heard that right. He's expected to sign a short-term deal, something like 2 years at $20 million per year. And why is that great news for the Suns? Think about it. If Kuminga goes back to a team that clearly doesn't want to pay him what he's asking, what happens? His market value tanks. Everyone around the league knows Golden State doesn't want to meet his price, everyone knows he wants out, and everyone knows this situation will have to be resolved sooner or later. Here's the genius part. Any deal Kuminga signs will be trade eligible next season. The Warriors want to get rid of this situation fast, which means one thing: they'll have to drop their asking price. But it doesn't end there. While the Kuminga saga unfolds, there's another move in the works that may be secretly connected to all this. The Warriors, the same team trying to move Kuminga, are desperately looking for a center. They're the only team in the NBA that hasn't made any signings or trades this offseason. Zero. Nothing. And guess who's being floated as their fix for the paint? Nick Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets. Now listen closely, because this is where it all connects brilliantly. There's a rumored trade proposal going around. The Warriors would receive Nick Claxton from the Nets in exchange for Buddy Hield and Moses Moody. Claxton's on a 4-year, $97 million deal. Pricey, but it decreases each year. Why does this matter to the Suns' Kuminga story? Because if the Warriors pull off that trade, they'll have even less financial room and even more pressure to unload Kuminga cheap. And here's Phoenix's masterstroke. They know exactly what this situation feels like. Remember when they traded DeAndre Ayton, former #1 pick, defensive anchor, helped them reach the NBA Finals? And what did they get in return? Grayson Allen and Yusuf Nurkic. The real market is always very different from the imagined one. The Suns learned that the hard way. So here's the scenario. The Warriors are stuck with Kuminga, need a center, and have no financial flexibility. The Suns, they've got the freedom to act, money to spend, and the patience to wait for the perfect moment. A potential trade package could look like Grayson Allen, Nick Richards, Royce O'Neal, and a few second-round picks. Veteran players, clean contracts, exactly what the Warriors need to wipe the slate clean on the Kuminga experiment. And the best part? Every one of those players would fit beautifully into the Warriors system, especially Allen as a shooter. Dubs Nation, what we're witnessing is a masterclass in patience and strategy. While everyone slammed the Suns for giving up, they were actually setting themselves up for the perfect move. In a few weeks, when Kuminga is wearing that orange Phoenix jersey for a fraction of what everyone thought he'd cost, remember this video. Remember that you heard it here first. This is how the NBA chessboard really works. And don't forget, in the NBA, sometimes the best move is no move at all. Until the perfect one comes along. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Suns will actually pull this off? And make sure to subscribe to the channel. Moves like this are happening every day, and you won't want to miss a single one.